Hello there everyone, good evening, and first of all, Happy New Year! It's the start of a grand new adventure, as they say. Although, it's just the day after, isn't it? Same as usual. Hey there, the Pirate Gamer Boy, great to see you. We're going to look at some more light shows indeed. It's how I got blind. Well, no, but could have been. They're not too great to look at, I suppose, especially if you're sensitive to many flashing lights, then Commodore 64 was a pretty disastrous thing to actually look at. But yeah, I hope everyone was a safe transition into the new year. It's always something that I'm glad it's over with, because over here in the Netherlands, starting like half December, it's like a war zone out here with fireworks, and as the transition comes near New Year's Eve, it of course becomes more and more loud, and yeah, that just kind of sucks. Especially if you have pets, although Grizo, he just plants his ass down in the windowsill and starts to look at all the pretty lights, he doesn't care. But yeah, with dogs in particular, it's quite annoying to deal with fireworks and the likes, and especially if you don't see, because there's always some kind of asshole out there who enjoys throwing fireworks just in front of somebody, or more annoyingly in front of dogs as they pass by. And if you don't see those, then I've had in the past where people go, Mister, stop, and wait, what's up? Puff! And yeah, that scares the crap out of me. And if that scares the crap out of you, then the dog that's attached to you is also, in a panic mode. And yeah, always a bit of a hectic time. And I'm glad that it's past us. Although, now they are talking about making fireworks illegal in general in the Netherlands. I'm still, might sound weird, but I am also against that. But yes, it's not taking care of the problem. The problem is those idiots who don't know how to properly use fireworks and just use it as in that one situation. Anyway, I digress way too much. We should be playing some games. First of all, I'm gonna get myself some tea here. Just a nice cup of tea. Earl Grey, hot. Honestly, I don't actually enjoy Earl Grey that much. Probably should let it cool down a bit before I burn my mouth there. Annoyingly, the chat thing worked before, and now that we've gone live, it doesn't work anymore. Oh wait, it's just stuck there. Oh wait, now I see what's wrong there. The chat should work fine. It's just that I forgot to change one setting, which I should do right now. Let's see, where was that? It's over here, right? No. Oh crap. No, it's under appearance, and because I was fiddling with this thing, because Wednesday it was causing so much issues. But this should do it. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, for today we have Commodore 64. I have 2 collection boxes, and if we run out of games, we'll pull out something else. We've got this from Ubisoft. And it's not the special collector's edition, so the box, they could be asked to use extra sturdy cardboard. It's what you pay for with Ubisoft, isn't it? It's a full blast box with a couple of interesting games, some really neat ones. Most of these I don't actually know too well because I sucked at them, and they're also not that great. But there is one on here which is really good. And if we get past that, which we should, we also have a box for System 3 games, which are also kind of hit and miss. Some really good ones in here, some ones that I'm not too fond of myself, but they do have some history. So, we're just going to see and what we can find. And we should probably first give Grizo a bit of a snack here, because he's nice right now. And that's not gonna stay. Yay, my audio works again. So let's... Yeah, I'm opening it. I'm opening it. There you go. I'm keeping the candies down here because he keeps fiddling with the box otherwise. So hey there, Retro Mickey 82. Great to see you, man. Happy New Year to you as well. Hope you've been well this night. And yeah, we're going to play some Commodore 64. So things are good. Things are good. And we should transition over to the actual... Well, let's first check out the contents of this very flimsy... Like, this was so rare to get a box like this. I'm not sure. Maybe there was like something that held this together more. But I don't know. It's Ubisoft, so who knows. Interesting to note is that these games were not developed by Ubisoft. Ubisoft is just publishing here, so it's not actually their own games. Your anxiety from the fireworks, or just in general? Oh, it's really crappy. What the heck is it? Anxiety is really hard to have to deal with because it's such a, you know, spiral thing. The more you worry about it, the more it plays up. It's quite a nasty thing to have to deal with. Well, I hope it gets better soon, man. Because as I say, it's real difficult to deal with anxiety. It's often misunderstood, unfortunately. I don't know what this sheet is. It's a supplemental thing, I guess. Addendum P47 IBM PC and compatible. We are not playing this on the IBM. CDA version only works with a DOS version 3. We don't... What? Why is this in here? I don't know. I don't actually think I have any actually Ubisoft developed games for Commodore 64. Wow, look at this big boy. And this is because a lot of these games are kind of simulation games, so that will no doubt spell disaster. I don't want you to lay on the keyboard because then all kind of weird stuff happens. So no, I don't have Zombie. I'm not sure if there's any good or not. I don't think I've ever played that. This box comes with 2 tapes. One tape is just Ferrari Formula 1 and that is tape 2, so we'll leave that one for last. And the other one, oh well, that's weird. This one also has Ferrari Formula 1 Part 1. Okay, that's a bit odd. And this has Part 2 on the back. Okay, we'll see. We'll see what we'll do. And I did not rewind this one, of course. Typical sad, typical sad. Let's boot it up and get into the Commodore 64. Which button, which shortcut did I have for that? There we go. And the Commodore 64 actually still boots up in 2023. No Millennium Bug yet. Remember when that was a thing? Oh boy. Yeah, I'm actually I didn't even know that I had any Ubisoft published games, and it's also like the thumbnail has their oldest logo, like when they actually made games, and then they went for this, like the second iteration of their logo, which yeah, if you thought their redesign right now was bad, then that one's even worse. I mostly remember them from the games like on the PS1 era with the rainbow, which was pretty They had a pretty good run back then. Nowadays, Ubisoft isn't really my favorite publisher anymore. They kind of suck. um, oh yeah, that's right, Zombie U. I remember that being a thing, and that being a sort of sequel to the Commodore 64. When that came out, I didn't remember hearing something of that. But yeah, Ubisoft right now is it's such a mess. It's a shame. Let's see what game we will start with, if it will load at all. Because who knows? These tapes are pretty old. That was a big tape, by the way. That took a while to rewind. Usually, we are going to go for Ferrari first. Okay. Kind of curious that is on both cassettes, and this one is the first one. Okay, makes no sense, but whatever. But I should then put it on the Ferrari as now playing, because I have no clue what the order was, so I just put everything in there. Yeah, EA also sucks. What didn't they destroy? They eat up so many companies, and they just swallow them up whole, and don't do anything with them, and then dissolve them. It's such a waste. Like so many great companies and series met their end with EA in particular. I hope Ed is actually joining the chat in a bit, because he is a bit of a Formula One expert. I am not. I don't actually remember too much of this. I think this game was pretty popular back in the day, but this was before the you know, that big polygonal F1 game that kind of blew up the Formula One games in general, racing games in general. What was that called? Grand Prix, which was pretty cool. Actually enjoyed that on MS-DOS. Yeah, Codemasters also had so many awesome games. I especially liked Codemasters for their racing games on also the PS1 era of gaming. Like Toka Touring Car was just so good. Colin McRae Rally is also from Codemasters, right? I was not a huge fan of Codemasters during the microcomputer eras. I must say, especially Dizzy and such. I don't like Dizzy at all. Yeah, and this image is pretty cool. Always still kind of amazes me how they managed to make those loading images and sit tunes during loading and such. Where am I looking here? There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Yeah, the Micro Machines on the NES is pretty good from Codemasters. Really, really fun. Aren't we loaded yet, or do I need to press something? Oh, it's from Electronic Arts, huh? Oh. Speak of the devil. Yeah, Electronic Arts used to make some real bangers out there back in the day. Oh, it was not loaded yet. Practice. Practice sounds like a good idea. Please insert tape 2, side 2. Are you kidding me? This is probably why you... oh, so you're on top of it. Why you want to use the disc version of this one. This game is a bit big. Rewind tape to start and press play. Yeah, this game is probably a bit too big to play on tape. There's a couple of games like this that just kind of suck. They involve way too much loading. Because I'm pretty sure now what happens is that we do the practice lap, then it says great, you've practiced, now do the qualifier, please rewind back to side 1 of tape 2, and it's just terrible. But we'll see what happens. Or you crash and then you have to reload. That's also a possibility, especially with me behind the wheel. Yeah, what happened? You know, these guys, especially Ubisoft, EA, Activision, another one of those. They used to be such awesome developers and publishers with some real real creativity put into the games, and now it's just all box standard crap they shovel out there. Of course, EA is just busy making money out of FIFA. And no problem at all, Mickey. Great to have you, and great to have you in the background as well. I hope you will enjoy the stream, and yeah, load error. I didn't even see that. Thanks for noticing. That is not good because now we need to load all the way back again. I am curious. Can we load the practice from just this side? Probably not, but let's try it. It's kind of nice of the loader to actually say load error. That's kind of uncommon too, I suppose. This is probably not going to work like this, but might as well give it a try. That's not a good sign when it just goes straight through. Man, it's been some streams since we actually dug out the Commodore 64, isn't it? Yeah, this is not working, I don't think. Maybe I'm just not patient enough. Let's give it some more time. I'm so impatient in general. But I just want to play some games. You should have seen me as a kid. Well, it's kind of finding something, but yeah, this doesn't work. Let's give it another try, I suppose. We can also just not practice, because how hard can it really be? Yeah, might want to first reset the console set, the computer. There we go. Well, at least the first cassette loaded that far, so gives that a good chance for the other games. Ferrari, let's go. Yeah, I think the Felix CDI game, I think that World of Games is actually selling them through eBay as well as their own website. Not entirely sure. It's kind of curious because I originally in my script I also talked about downloading the image and just burning it. I know someone dumped it, but I can't find the files anymore, so I'm not sure why they decided to put them off. And this loading screen doesn't look fully normal either, but oh well. But yeah, the disk is listed in the redump archives, but it's just not put online anywhere, which it kind of sucks. I hope someone will dump it again and just put it out there, because you know, we don't. I don't think it is real gatekeeping, but just in general, I just prefer those things being out there. Unfortunately, I don't have a drive to actually dump this stuff myself, but hopefully someone does, because you know, these things just need to be preserved however we can. It's not like there's anyone. It's a reproduction, so it shouldn't be exclusive. But yeah, the main archive on archive.org for CDI games in general is kind of behind. Like, there have been so many recent dumps that are not listed in there. So I'm pretty sure that once that gets updated, it will get listed there as well, which will be nice. I'm not actually sure if I have any games that are still worth dumping, adding to the collections out there. Maybe I have some like Dutch exclusives that have not been dumped yet. I have a maybe most interesting thing that I have is probably a missed beta disc for CDI. Not sure if that has ever been dumped yet. I mean, there's more out there. It's not like it's super rare. Well, it's kind of rare, I guess, but there are more of those out there. And it's kind of cool because you get to freely warp around in the game. I have no clue about the Burger King CDI game. That sounds kind of wild. I remember when the BP thing came out, like it was still like making the grade. It's been some years. Yeah, it's most of those. CDI is such a weird platform, isn't it? Like a lot of companies had like these internal like training discs on CDI, for example, which, you know, they're not really commercial discs, but they're still interesting to look at nowadays. But that makes it that, you know, unlike the NES, where what was only commercial stuff, when CDI is concerned, you still find some new stuff now and then. So, you know, that is really something that that draws me to the system as well. No, we don't need to practice. Oh, it's still one side too. Oh boy, that's a problem. I was hoping it would just... Did I maybe just use the wrong side? Yeah, and yeah, that's what happened. As per usual, it's user error. I loaded side B or A instead of B. Yeah, this one, I guess I actually did rewind. Oh boy. Something was bound to go wrong, as per usual. Should we actually read the manual? Probably not, because this is really much of a simulation game, so probably most of the manual is like... How far is this? Ferrari Formula 1. There's a screenshot in here that I'm... This is probably not the Commodore 64, is it? I doubt that this is a screenshot from the Commodore 64. I'm pretty sure this game came out on the Amiga as well. Oh, it's in different languages as well. Okay, so maybe it's not that bad. Let's see. Now we have a timer. This looks much better. Remove all the extra equipment. Yeah, okay. Hook up your things and remove all equipment, then hook up your equipment. That makes sense, like the joystick. In outlet 2. That's a weird way of putting it, but it works. Turn on your computer, insert, yeah. To play. To quickly begin a race, wait for end of these. Ooh. Ferrari from. Do you remember those times when one of those tapes would just mess up? You had to untangle some spaghetti out of your tape recorder. It didn't happen often, but when it did, it was quite annoying because it would just get stuck in the heads and such. Super annoying, and strangely enough, it didn't destroy the actual tapes. The game rapidly displays the control panel of the race and then shows the Rio's racetrack where the demonstration begins. It now asks you to return the diskette to side 2. When you have done that, choose the... We don't use a disk. The green button accept by moving the cursor. This is based on the disk version. But I'm also more interested in like how do we actually play and such. Some background on the game. Not how to start it, because of course I already managed to mess that part up. Yeah, I used to have a lot of audio tapes, audio books on cassette. So I used to listen to tapes pretty much daily. So yeah, I had a couple of spaghetti monsters in there. And always fun to rewind those when you send them back once they've entangled all the way. To start. Oh, this is the cassette version. Okay. To begin racing quickly. Is it loaded already? I think so. What the heck is all this? Can actually do something. Oh yeah, alright. There's a mouse pointer. Right. So, do I need to do anything? Hey there, Ed. Welcome to the stream. Just in time for some disastrous driving. So that's the date. That's the time. What does that matter? P. Can we race in F1, F2, or F3? Probably safest to drive F3, right? It's based on the 1986 Cup then? Test lab. Oh wait, there was something about a green button. Let's just hit the green thing. That should be right. Flip the Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. This is definitely a game we will need to get back to on disc at some point. And oh, this is interesting. Because the Commodore has shut down the power to the tape deck because it has stopped. I can't rewind it. This is real. This is great. Now I can rewind, but now it's going to have an error. I think this originally came out on Amiga. I'm not entirely sure. I doubt this will still work now because it's already searching. Oh, it should. Let's see. What a mess this game is. Classic EA. Those stupid Europeans, they want cassette, so just give them a cassette. Just transfer everything over to the cassette and don't do anything else to it. Well, it still works. It still works. Ah, cool. Yeah, Atari ST. Usually those Atari ST, Amiga, usually they have the same kind of games. Kind of sucks when you have a port from ST to Amiga. You get those black bars at the bottom. Where did I put my? Oh, there. Yeah, this is. I'm kind of seeing the problem why I didn't play this one in the past that much. I didn't really remember this, and now I starting to see why. Because surely Kid Seb had not the patience for this mess. Okay, so overhead map. In the top left hand corner, the cockpit view. Yeah, okay, so there's just a map. Wait, on the Commodore 64? Again, I can't imagine this screenshot. Again, I can't imagine this being Commodore 64. We'll see once it actually loads, but I doubt it. Steering, you control your Ferrari with the joystick. Move the joystick to the right, to steer right, to the left, to steer left. The Ferrari is very responsive, so use small steering movements to avoid oversteering. Makes sense. Push the joystick towards forwards to accelerate and pull it back to brake. Oh man, I hate that kind of control scheme. Yeah, I do think this is like a simulation kind of game. It seems kind of interesting. It's just those kind of games usually give me a lot of issues. I'm not very good with simulation stuff, especially those older games. They are hard to get into. There will be another game which I will have a very hard time actual playing, but I do respect that one at least. You can only race in one direction. You cannot make a U-turn and race in the opposite direction. Well, at least it's aimed towards beginners of Formula One. 1986 to wow, that is very late. Yeah, that explains it for sure. That if it was an early Amiga game. So this is, I guess, the management part of the game here. Yeah, okay, so where do we go? Do we go to test? Oh no, that's test is just the name of the file we gave it, I think. Which Ferrari is ours? I don't know. Just push stuff. Oh. Oh dear. I don't know. Vista di. Oh crap! Did I put it on Italian? Oh wait, no, that's the track. But where can? This is why you actually have to. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I still don't know what to do, but why are some things? It's like red suggested. I don't know. What is the? So they decided to put the start the manual with you cannot drive backwards, but it does get very involved very soon. Yeah, I have basically no clue what to do, how I will actually mess things up if I click on the wrong thing. So let's just keep it on the green. And I guess everything is fine. Everything is fine. Let's try that. Let's click on the car. I guess this one then, right? This one looks ready to go. Oh, crap. Does it need to load again? Of course it needs to load again. Sleeping, probably. I mean, I was I was born in 1983 and I was a very, very, very sleepy kid. My parents had to basically wake me up for food. And I used to, when I was, I mean, it was a bit later when I was like 4. I used to get glasses, and my mother would like those glasses used to be super expensive because they were super fake, and I was not having any of it. So I actually managed to throw my glasses when I was so young, like under the tram, like on the tram rails, just as it was coming. So there was some savings gone in one go. Ah, the things we are proud of. Kind of odd to put glasses on such a young child anyway, but then were the rules from the hospital back then. Luckily, things have really improved. Like, if kids get born with the same condition I have nowadays, they generally come out really, really good. Yeah, I guess EA did alter the tape bit a bit so that we can more easily get back to it. That is so uncommon, and yeah, I hate it. Did we load? Oh yeah. Okay. First impression, I am kind of impressed with how this looks. Oh crap. But how do I... Oh, it just takes... Yeah, we are finally playing. How far are we in the stream? Pits? No, let's not go into the pits. How do I shift up? Oh my goodness, this is so... Oh my... This is so choppy. Like, the frame rate is absolutely bad, but it's kind of interesting how it pans the camera around. Now I know why they said that you cannot make a U-turn, because basically by just steering a bit, you almost go like the other way. This is so hard to control. I don't know, man. If they sent the tape version to Ferrari, I doubt they would actually manage to check it out fully. But yeah, it's kind of cool when back then, like, all those licenses, they were still so cheap, so you actually got a lot of You actually got a lot of licensed games because no one gave a crap. Gaming was just such a small kind of thing. Wow, 20 minutes to play to load our first game. That's a real record here. And yeah, then I goofed up by loading the wrong site. But yeah, this is definitely a game you want to play on disc, that's for sure. Especially this late in the Commodore 64's life. Oh crap. Like 1989 this came out in. By that time, I think, you know, it was safe to say that most people would have disk drives that still were interested in playing games. When your game is just not built for tapes, don't put them out on tapes. Because, yeah, I definitely understand now why I did not play it as much. Who was the dude, speaking about license, who's the dude in Formula 1 who doesn't want his name used? It's like in the PS1 games, you just have, that's a Williams! I don't remember. We did have a disk drive. I must have it somewhere. Also have a few discs, not too many. But I don't know how or when we are actually getting the disk drive. Oh wow! Wait, what? It's like we warped to the other side of the track. Yeah, this doesn't play too well. I mean, it looks kind of okay. I'm kind of impressed, you know, it has the map on top. But the frame rate is just terrible, and the manual wasn't lying when it says it's very prone to oversteering. But, you know, that you can probably get used to it. But with the, like, what kind of frame rate is this? Like 5 frames per second? It's basically impossible to make adjustments. Villeneuve, I did not know yet this other Wipeout kind of game. What was that called that? And this game, you know, is it better than Video Speedway? At least it sounds better. This would, well, it's tape, and fast loaders don't really work with tapes. Fast loaders only work with discs. There is, you know, turbo loading, there's turbo tapes, but then you need to, I think, you know, the tape still needs to play. So those turbo tapes, they need to, I don't know, I don't know the exact, I think what turbo tapes do, which is also something that custom loaders do, is that they take out the error margin that tapes can have on the Commodore 64. Basically, usually a Commodore 64 loads tapes twice, like they read blocks twice, and the turbo tapes, they kinda just skip that and they only have it once, which makes it more prone to read errors, but usually that's not too much of a problem, and it makes it a bit faster. Speech Challenge, I'll need to check that out, kinda. I love those Wipeout games, but they're not all that great. But yeah, normal Wipeout, classic, love that game. I've never heard of it, so we'll need to check that out. Hey there, Relax Gaming Sessions. Great to have you. Hope you had a wonderful New Year's. Hey, there's actually stuff in the background too. That's cool. Yeah, I'm not enjoying this game that much, to be honest. let's say we go for the next one, huh? I'm sorry, but it's shite are we on now? Oh, of course it doesn't work. Yeah, definitely not worth the load. Maybe we will come back to this one and just load it through the SD sometime to give it more of a proper look, and don't have to deal with that loading bull crap. It's too much. Rating. I don't rate games. This one's just crap. In playing, I mean, I can't say too much about it. Like, it's just of the time I can't really place it. I didn't enjoy it, and that's the most important thing when it comes to games. But would I have enjoyed it back in the day? That's the question then, isn't it? And I don't think so. There's better racing games for sure. In the box, you. And let's get to some other games and hopefully find something better. Now I should find the next game on here. Hopefully. Let's get back to OBS so we can select the proper cover. And I forget once more. We should run into a couple more racing games. Rick Dangerous. Now here is a game that is awesome. I've never tried stunt car racing on the Commodore 64. It looks quite impressive. Is it Ed? Never knew that. Yeah, again, I'm not that much of an expert when it comes to racing in general and, you know, racing the sport. I am very casual when it comes to racing. But that's some cool info. Always can count on you on those little tidbits when it comes to F1. Rick Dangerous is... Rick Dangerous was really one of my favorite games. It's a game that really shows that style goes, you know, can go over technical prowess. It's just, but man, is it a mean game. We will not see the end of it, that's for sure. I mean, the furthest I got was like level 2, I think. Hey there, Camito. Great to see you. And welcome to the stream. Yeah, the C64 version, I actually like this. This one is actually one that I booted up quite a bit. And I hope it's actually loading because so far nothing. And I did not press 0 on the counter, which is not very smart. Hopefully we'll get somewhere. But man, it's just so mean. The Commodore 64 version is actually the only version I've ever played. There's a lot of different kind of versions. But I never tried any of the other ones. But they seem mostly the same. Interestingly enough, Electric Adventures just recently showed a build for the MSX, which is I think a new homebrew version of that, which looked pretty cool. And you know, it kind of lends itself well to that computer as well, because MSX isn't that great at scrolling in general, but this is more of a screen clearing platformer. I'm not having much hope for this one, I'm afraid. This would be unfortunate. We might need to try this again. There we have the freaking bots again. Yeah, I need to reload this one again, I'm afraid. Let's, and now I need to kind of guess where, which is unfortunate. Let's try this. Should have used the counter there, but I didn't. This is really going well with the loading today. And maybe I am too impatient, but I'm pretty sure that Rick Dangerous also had a loading screen. Like if you load it, that they would load in a picture. I'm pretty sure. Not, you know, it's been a while. So like what? Almost 25 years. But yeah, this one, would love to play this one again. Also, the music in this one is just, it doesn't have a lot of music, but it really pumps you up at the beginning, I remember, with the boulder, and just has a nice transition um, from the scenes to the actual gameplay. It has a very nice cinematic almost transitions. Like, it's so normal nowadays, but back then that was like unheard of. Like the menus and everything, it was separate. And here, what I really remember is that you had this music that just went on. What happened? And you know, that was kind of a forebearer from cinematics that would transition into gameplay. So really cool. Hey there, watch. Sorry, there. Watch, read, play retro. Great to have you once more. And yeah, happy New Year to you as well. Hope you had a great New Year's Eve and a safe one. Always a few people to introduce to the blind club off at 1st of January, unfortunately. Worse still is that quite a few of those are just bystanders. Yeah, I didn't rewind it too far, so I needed to go further. Damn it. Let's see if I can actually see this. Oh, I went too far. Hmm. Okay, let's go like this then. Excuse me. There we go. Anyone do anything special with New Year's Eve? I mean, I just had leftover dinner, just some oliebollen, some oil balls. Yeah, those spam bots. The moment you ban them, they will just create a new account, and it's super annoying, and there's no point. And it's the thing on YouTube's like they scan for active streams. They go in there and they spew the crap. And it's kind of fortunate because I can't, like the way I am putting chat on screen, I can't actually ban them on there, which is kind of annoying, but oh well. It is what it is, there are worse things. Yeah, we had, I only had my father over yesterday. My mother decided it was a good idea to work on the 1st of January for some reason. So we just enjoyed the fireworks. That's one of the pluses living on the 14th floor. And you know, you have a great overview of the show, which got cancelled, by the way. But no worries, because everyone bought their own fireworks as per usual. And Griso enjoyed it too, because yeah. there we go. You can be scared of a feather, but fireworks, pfft, no problem. And yeah, thanks a lot, Ed, for taking care of business. Here we go. This looks normal. I'm pretty sure that this is also an example of a turbo loading game here, which explains why it crapped out. Most of the commercial games were actually turbo loading games anyway. You know, it's just the most convenient way. And yeah, I think it will crap out again. Man, this is not fun. It should put on a picture, I'm pretty sure now. It sometimes works. Where you just wind it back and forth for a bit. Okay, but it should. Should find it fairly quickly now, I think. But yeah, that back and forth rewinding sometimes give it a bit of a magnetic charge that makes it work again. Or maybe the tape is just about to die because, you know, it is a Ubisoft product, so how much quality can you really expect, I suppose? And it tends to be a problem. Like the bigger excuse me, the bigger the tape, the more likely, the more prone it is to run into issues. The least quality they tend to have, which is unfortunate. Did we fix it? I don't think so. Well, let's leave it at this, see what it will do. Yeah, turbo is kind of a dated kind of term, isn't it? And yeah, everything had to be turbo. I do have a few tapes that are full with games which I have no clue what's actually on them. Where you first have to actually load a turbo loader. And then we load some games on there, and it's basically always because, you know, even a couple of seconds off on the counter and you get a totally different game. We can look at those as well sometimes, and it'll be a surprise to everyone, and you never know what you find. Sometimes some very boring stuff, sometimes really lewd stuff, sometimes some kind of interesting stuff. You never know with those things. It's like the mixtapes of video games. Well, kinda, it's literally a mixtape of video games, I suppose. But yeah, that can be kind of annoying because every time you have to load in the turbo loader, which kind of sucks. Yeah, this is not going to work. Man, I wanted to play some Rick Dangerous. I'm annoyed by that. Let's give it one more go, and if it doesn't work again, then we'll just have to move on to the next one and hope that one works. Well, you know, sometimes it be like that. Sometimes you have a evening where everything works, and sometimes you have evenings where very few things works. Well, I mean, you know, loading the wrong side doesn't help, but these tapes, you know, they will crap out at some point. And yeah, with this kind of box, I mean, I'm not sure if it really matters that much, but for some reason I'm kind of less surprised that the tape that's held in this is crapping out sooner than something that's held in some strong sturdy box like this. Yeah, this is not working. We're just going to move on, and we might come back to it at the end, maybe by loading another game. It will have charged up enough. That's unfortunate, because I was kind of looking forward to playing that one, because it's so, it's small bursts, it's really cool. It's annoying if you stick with it, because it's so mean. But yeah, what other games are we on here? There's 500cc, a cycling game. So another racing game. Not a great one, I'm afraid. There's a shooter on here. What happened? Oh, that must be one of those alerts I once set up, right? All of a sudden I hear all kinds of noises. Yeah, I did some. Oh, this is easier to read. Yeah, the shooter is a arcade conversion of P47 Thunder. What's the actual name? Thunder something. P47 Thunder something. It's a Jellico arcade shooter, which this is a conversion of, and I think it's kind of technically interesting, but not really a fun shooter. And what else do we have? And Carrier Command, which is a game that I'm terrible with, because it's another simulation game, but it is a very interesting game. I think that came originally on the Atari ST. And what's interesting, it's like a very early RTS game in which you actually take active part. You send out your airplanes, so you get to steer the airplanes, and it's in 3D view, and it's real cool. Although the Commodore 64 version is, I think, the only version where they didn't bother with any 3D sections. They just, yeah, they make it a 2D shooter thing. Which I guess can play just as fine. But if you see on the other platforms, it has nice 3D flight sim elements in there, then that is a bit of a letdown in comparison. But so far it's not finding anything. What the heck? I mean, first it has to go past Rick Dangerous, so that kind of makes sense. It should find something eventually. One of those 3 games. This menu also has info on Highway Patrol, which is not a game I know, but it's not on the Commodore 64 version. Sounds like a Chase AQ kind of game. I don't know. And Chicago 90, which does sound familiar. Isn't that a shooter? Not too familiar, but it's also not on the Commodore 64 collection. And that screenshot did turn out to be from the Commodore 64 version. Yeah, kind of surprised by that. Come on, tape. Find something, will ya? Oh wow, look how in depth it goes in the manual about the all the things you can do. Is it still on the yeah, this is still the Formula one, the Ferrari game. I mean, you kind of have to, and that Carrier game is another example where you really need the manual. Carrier command. Otherwise, you have no clue what you're doing. Which is my default setting. But so far, no good. Kind of annoyed by this. Maybe we should just move on to the other box. What do you guys say? See if this one works. which has some other cool little games. It's actually in view. Yeah, there you go. There. Which is some system free games, although it's a repackaged version by US Gold, which, you know, did some publishing as well. What time is it? Yeah, it's already past 9 and we haven't played. We have only played one single game, which wasn't very fun to play. Quite annoying. Do I dare? No, I can't, because I'm pretty sure on the backside it only has part of what's it, P47. Man, it doesn't list the time codes, right? They rarely do. Yeah, I'm sorry. There was it wasn't much more involved. Ed. And I promised some more racing games. Yeah, and you do a great job at that. Thank you so much. Ah, here we go. Wait, Grand Prix, another Grand Prix. Oh, this is the and it didn't work. Let's try that again now that we find something. Yeah, I will need to find a way to actually compensate you in you know, apart from suffering through some racing games, but kind of sucks because we don't actually get to see a whole lot of racing games. I do have another, but I don't think that's actually a racing game. I've got like an emergency game left here. You know, for if we ran out of games to just pull out something quick, and that also has a car, but I don't think it's actually a racing game. Is it working now? Let's hope. I'm going to switch out. There we go. Found. It's not a good sign, but let's see what it does. It's not doing anything. It's not doing anything. Yeah, I think this tape is just bust. And maybe sometimes we should do some, you know, PS1 racing games, because there are some really fun racing games in there, and I can happily showcase my terrible driving skills on there as well. And you know, those discs tend to... Why is it doing this? Found nothing. Found nada. Because I do have, I think I have Formula 1 and Formula 1 95. No, not 95, 97 I mean. And 2000? I don't remember. They all look alike to me. But probably not to you. Okay, that's it. This tape is just not working. It's unfortunate. But it's Ubisoft. Even back then. Yeah, Cyanosis used to make some really cool games as well. Yeah, I think on racing terms, like racing games started for me to become fun with the PS1. before that, they were mostly fun when they were highly arcadey. So you know, Outrun and such is great fun, but simulation games in those 8-bit and 16-bit era, they weren't that great. Wow, there's three cassettes for 4 games. That's awesome. So yeah, let's see which one is the first one. I can't read it because it's a gold lettering on black. You can't eat this. Okay, now it's yours. What's it actually called in English when a cat does that? I have no clue. This is cassette 2, but yeah, so many awesome racing games on PS1. V-Rally was also really cool. Of course, Gran Turismo. It's cassette 2, 3. And here we have cassette 1 with Vendetta. Vendetta. Here you go. Now we have 3 games or 3 cassettes that hopefully work. But we at least have 3 chances, you know. Found Vendetta. Let's see. Vendetta. Hey there, Kuba. Welcome to the stream. Which so far has been a bit of a failure today. Another black screen. Another black screen. Should I wait or should I pull it? Oh, it is still loading. I am actually going to try. No, it stopped entirely. So something went wrong. I'm actually going to try and just reconnect the cable for a minute. Maybe. It just has a screw loose or something. Let's try this out. Because it's somehow paused the tape. I'm not sure what happened there. Yeah, it's an unwinnable battle, I'm afraid, Ed. Thank you for trying to combat them, but it's all automatic. Ah, here we go. Another one of those loaders, huh? Yeah, maybe it just needed a bit of a reset there. That something was wrong with the cable? Who knows? There we go. Back to the old epilepsy attacks. Not epilepsy, what's it called? Or is it epilepsy? I don't. I'm getting all confused. Yeah, this is great. I wonder what kind of subliminal messages they've put in this, in these screens for us. Tomorrow, all of a sudden you crave Coca-Cola or something, then you know. I was kind of surprised with this Christmas time. They had a commercial from Pepsi where they blatantly made fun of Coca-Cola. I haven't seen a commercial like that in a while where they were so blatant. Lamazine, welcome. Anyway, might as well give Friso a bit of a snack here. Ooh, I forgot to get your bowl. Oh boy. Then you can't have milk. Here. Glad to be done with that thing, because that was smelling up the place. Yeah, Happy New Year to you too, Lamazine. I hope you had a safe transition. Could have been quite hectic depending on where you were. Or, as most people, just quite fun. We had a great view from here. Well, you know, if you can see, it was a great view. Yeah, these fishy things. These are what he's eating now. It's like freeze-dried salmon, and he loves them. But the moment you open up one of those cans, it just, phew, the smell that comes off of it. And you can close it, but it just penetrates through everything once it has been opened once. So glad that one's done with, and I can throw that can away. And are you not going to clean the desk? Normally it just cleans everything up. Are we working or are we getting stuck again? Oh, again, my patience is not very big. So I guess we should just let it go for now. Well, safety is the most important. That and yeah, kids fireworks at Primera. Typical. Normally, you know, when you get fireworks, even the kids stuff, you can basically best buy that kind of stuff from the actual fireworks sellers. That cheap stuff tends to just be pretty bad and underwhelming to boot. But you know, better that it doesn't go off at all than go off in the wrong direction or a bit louder than expected. Right, as I remember, this is a bit of an adventure game, much in the same vein of The Last Ninja, which I'm not great at. I should have probably actually read the manual thing, but I didn't think of it. But it's one of those stupid manual booklets that's just impossible to handle. So yeah, probably better that I don't. But we can actually play something. Imagine that. But yeah, this is I think pretty much like The Last Ninja. Oh, we need more loading. Awesome. Still not any gaming here. How many game minutes did we actually have? 5? And we've been busy for how long? Yeah, 1.5 hour. Yeah, fireworks. Over here in Rotterdam, they actually decided to forbid the recreational use of fireworks, which of course didn't have any effect, which was to be expected, honestly. And I'm on the 14th floor, and I had a great view here over all of Rotterdam. So um, a lot of fireworks over here. Yeah, Lamazine, I'm not sure if you were here before when we were trying to play some Ferrari F1. What's it called? Ferrari F1 Grand Prix? No, I don't know. It was a disaster when it came to loading. It was a disc game that they transitioned into a cassette game. So you load one part, then you needed to load the other cassette on side B, and it was a lot of loading. I also loaded the wrong side at one point, which didn't help. And very little gaming. And this is a pretty big game. I mean, you know, just like the last Ninja, those are pretty big games that use a lot of graphical assets and such. And don't worry, you didn't miss a whole lot. Basically, us staring at a loading screen, much like we do now. Oh man. But yeah, that's basically that's part of the fun too, I guess. It's the experience of the Commodore 64. You know, one of the unfortunate things, and it was why I started this series in to begin with, just to check out, like, do my tapes still work? You know, after all these years, do they still run? And from the past streams, I was quite surprised at the amount that were still working. I was having high hopes that basically most of the things are still working, but today we are running into another snag, which I think is only the second one, to be fair, that is kind of having issues. So as a whole, a lot of tapes do hold out pretty well, I mean, I must say, which I find kind of surprising. I'm sorry, I have to quickly recharge the old ice here. That's true. That's true, Ed. The C64 does bring us all together. Although, you know, don't say that to the Specky fans out there, or you'll have another war on your hands. Yeah, it's always a bit of a risk, you know. Sometimes you might have. It's bound to happen that one day, and it seems to be that this is the day that just nothing seems to work or load. And you know, it's just we go with the flow, we go as we go, and it is what it is. And we'll just make fun as we go, and you know, try our best. It's not gonna be a success every time, but then nothing risked, nothing gained, right? It's not like, yeah. Well, why wouldn't you actually? You know. um, the stream is labeled as playing some games, but yeah, sometimes this was all what you did on C64. Remember when you sat on your little setup back in the 80s and you were so scared that you would bump the desk because as you did, the tape would just skip a beat and it would just fail. Press fire to begin level 1. I doubt we will see level 2, just to let you know right now, because I have no clue how to play this one anymore. And also, like the last Ninja, I find very difficult to actually play. Oh crap, which one am I? And we dead. Game over. Not so well. Not so well, Kasher. Because we haven't played that many games. Let's try this again. Yeah, this game, like, it's very impressive in a technical sense. Can I actually kick its ass? I'm pressing the... I won't with that. But I have no clue how to actually play the game yet. Okay. Real nice that they allow you a place to actually get used to the controls too, you know? He's glowing plants now. There we go. We actually pushed him or punched him to death. Okay, so up is to the left top. How do I? Oh, no. Okay, now I get it. It actually uses the diagonals of the joystick. Okay, so that actually makes sense. And pressing the button. Oh, and now I get it. Pressing the button and up is attack. And down is duck. Okay. See, this is why you need a screen to really learn the game. And is there anything else we need to know? Oh, we also have a knife by pressing space. Seems like a good thing to keep in hand then. Okay, so where do we go? There, I suppose. Some more dudes to knife. Is he a good dude or a bad dude? Oh, he's a bad dude. He's a very bad dude. He's a gun. Who brings a knife to a gun fight? That's just bad news all around. Oh well. Let's give it another try. We at least know how to attack now, which is good. Come here, you. Was that glowing something behind that box? Okay. Where's your health, actually? That's true, that's true. And when someone comes up with you to ask if you're a nice dude with a knife in your hand, that kind of maybe possibly makes sense that you would get a bit cautious and point a gun. Although, you know, you went berserk right away. So why did we get scissors, or is that like what are those called? Those cutters? It's like an adventure game. Can we get in here? Yeah, knife that door. I guess we can't go into the door. Maybe we can go down. We can't go down. Wire cutters, yeah, that's the word. My brain don't do words so well sometimes. How do I actually use wire cutters? Or is it not something you can do here? I mean, when we started, something blew here as well, right? Oh. Okay, pressing up attacks, but pressing to the right makes him kick. Wow, this is it's kind of confusing control scheme here. Okay, buddy. I've got a knife. And I can kick you in the bollocks. I'm not sure if I'm doing any damage here. We don't have a gun yet. I think. Maybe we can steal it from that other dude. I guess we need some distance here. Oh, does he follow us? Oh boy, he's back. Turn around. Man, this is so hard to control. There we go. Okay, I there is a gun, right? That's a gun? Or not? I don't know. I never actually had any experience with any of the Sinclair computers. And I'm actually kind of curious with the Spectrum Next machine. I would love to get that one, but of course I've figured out that thing existed long after the ordering window had closed, unfortunately. Hey there, Izzy. Great to see you. Didn't notice you in here before. Um, and yeah, we did. We do give cause for some vendettas against us, I suppose, running up to people with our knives. Um, but I'm pretty sure something glue in here as well, but now I can't find it. And I was thinking this these things look like guns, but man. Happy New Year to you as well, Izzy. Hope you had a great evening and night. And most importantly, a safe one. I'm pretty sure something glue here. And I can go out, but, well, I guess that's the best way. But then that dude will respawn again, doesn't it? Hmm. I agree. I love that there were different machines. There's even three glowing things here. Okay. Are we stuck in the door now? Damn it. But yeah, I kind of enjoyed that each system was like its own thing and just had its own particular crowd as well. There's kind of something to be said for like a console kind of war. So it was glowing here, right? And it's I find that it's kind of missing nowadays when it comes to the Xbox and the PS5 we are now, and even the Switch. Like all the games are identical mostly. When in the past, like you had real differences in the games, and it actually made a difference what system you had. And yeah, it was annoying because you couldn't have all of the games then, but it also, was more fun to actually. It made sense to be a fan of one particular system, and that's less of a thing nowadays. I find that a bit of a shame. Like take Aladdin for example on the SNES or the Mega Drive. A big contentious game. Like which one is the best? They're both good, and you can both enjoy them. And it's just fun that each system got their own interpretation of the game from a different company, but using the system's strengths and not just make this general thing that would work on both of them, which is now, nothing is really made to work to a system's strength anymore. Just make something that works on PC and then port it over. I don't know where to go or what to get. I guess we do need to go to Mr. Gun Guy then. There were... Come here, you. We're missing him again, aren't we? Man, this hitbox is real janky. You know what, buddy? Screw you. Should we try to... Oh, no, he doesn't care. So close, yet so far. That's very true, Ed. It's unfortunate. You know, movies kind of had the same thing happen to them where they... You know, it's just... Oh, man. It's just not... It's financially not worth it to experiment and be unsure. Let's rock. Yeah, I can't do a Duke Nukem voice. I can't do any voices. My voice in general is just... There we go. Only cost us half our life. Wait, now I can't get the... Oh, wait. Is this maybe... Don't tell me. Yep. You can't have the knife out. Okay. Well, in that case, let's go back inside. Get our gun, I suppose. Kick. I do kind of like that he's just kicking the door in. Alright. Why didn't I think of this before? Man. I mean, there are some good AAA games, I suppose. I don't tend to check them out that often. But they can all be terrible. It's just like they are more focused on... Ah, here we go. A grenade? Like, they seem to be like so geared towards focus groups, like just to kind of play into the market what's most generally accepted, and then you just end up with less risky stuff. And I do really miss that from the earlier days where they were just, you know, you got wacky games like a Kula World, for example, or just a ball on different planes that get you totally nauseous and vertigo as you go, or Glover, you know, just weird stuff now and then that's just out of the norm, and that's less so nowadays. Mostly in the indie scene, I suppose. And also, I just hate how modern games just, you know, normalize basically making a game that and just releasing it in a kind of half-baked state. Oh crap. I actually got my stuff now. So basically, anytime I actually get a more modern game, I will certainly just you know, wait for at least like a year or something and just get the complete game, or the Game of the Year edition, or whatever they want to call it. Man, this is just hard. It's really hard to line up your punches and stuff. And it kind of sucks that they kind of sucks that the enemies keep respawning as well. Anyway, get this. Should have pulled out the knife as we got out of here again. Man, only seen three different screens so far. Okay. Okay. He's dead. Now we put back our knife. That's what she said. And and there's a grenade. Maybe we can throw that at that dude with the gun. Yeah, I think there was something pointing there as well, that there was something there. I do kind of like it that they indicate that, but for some reason I can't find the thing that's near that table. No. Doesn't... Maybe in the corner there? Man, those alerts, they scare the crap out of me. I still need to play the newer Doom. For some reason I haven't gotten around to it, but it does look like a lot of fun. Like just high octane action. Oh crap, I still have the grenade out for the gun dude. Probably best to run away here. This is just going to end poorly, isn't it? It did nothing. How about we go for another game? It does kind of look interesting, this game. Just like there you go, Sonic. Like The Lost Ninja, it's also kind of a game. A lot of people like it, and I respect it for what it is, but I never get far into it. That game is kind of worse because it also decided that it needed some platforming in there, which is just terrible. Isometric platforming is usually not fun, and that game is also very finicky. Does it, Ed? Yeah, that I guess that makes sense. I'm not that experienced with throwing grenades. Yeah, I think that's actually kind of what held me back from the newer Doom games, that they seem to be a bit too complex maybe and hectic for me. I mean, I like my old standard Doom and just blow stuff up. Yeah, I don't know. It's something that I was semi-interested in, but never actually tried out. Was this set 3? You know, I like the stupid stuff like Painkiller and such. Still enjoy that, but you know, that's kind of retro now as well, isn't it? This one has... Alright, that's a real classic as well, the Commodore 64. Let's change the little scene here to Myth. Yeah, I should pick it up sometime. It shouldn't be too expensive anymore. So that's another plus. Maybe I even have it. You know, sometimes you pick stuff up in bundles and such, and you don't even notice. I mean, that happened before with me, where I go and pick something up, and then I end up already owning it. But I don't think Doom is one, right? Nope. Lamazine, I don't know if there was a selection. Sometimes it can be the case and just listed in the menu. But it is very common with a lot of C64 games that they don't have music and only have the sound effects. This one is not working again, huh? There was music in the menu or the little intro thingy. Let's try the same trick that we did before. It seemed to work well. How about you go and sit here, so there you go. Yeah, pick up and play games are it's definitely something that I gravitate towards as well. A game doesn't need to be too hard to actually get into, which is also a reason why I tend to avoid simulation games and such, because it just takes too long to learn the ins and outs and such. I just need simple fun, and also things that you might, if you forget it for a week and you get back to it and you still can kind of easily get back into it. But also games that aren't too punishing, especially in the modern sense, like strict life system where you can't continue. It makes little sense to me. It just seems like a waste of time nowadays, where you just have to replay the thing over and over again. And it can be a design choice where it actually works when your level segments are small, so it's not a big time investment to replay stuff. It can work. Oh cool, this load actually has music. Awesome. Love those sit tunes. And it's been a while since we had a tune. And in its Souls games, it kind of works as well, but I don't have the patience to work to learn all the ins and outs on those Souls games, for example. Yeah, Myth is a absolute classic. This game was ported to the NES as well as Conan, just a very cheap, license slapped on top of it. And that game kind of sucked on the NES. On the Commodore 64, it's hard. Yeah, this is the loading we all love from the Commodore 64. Some nice sit tunes. Those loader tunes can be really good, like the ocean tunes. Awesome stuff. And that's also why I like indie games in general. Like, so many indie games have this pick up and play kind of charm. That I really love as well. I also kind of like, for this reason, like those roguelite games, where you can just have a quick go of a game, die, and just make a little bit of progress, and then later on try another go. And those games are just small contained games in of themselves per session. Ooh, that sounded a bit weird. But it worked. I think it has loaded. It's kind of a shame that it uses the same music as the loader itself. Maniacs of Noise is, I think, Jeroen Tel. I think that's his company. How do we start? Space? Space. Welcome to Myth. Look at that, even has the graphical little intro scenes. And more loading. Awesome. uh, CDI at least doesn't have this much loading. You at least get straight into your educational entertainment. Again with the music. The same one. Yeah, you don't tell made some excellent tunes. Level 1. Greek Legends. I think I never got past level 1 as well. Big surprise. It's quite a difficult game. Has some strict platforming as I remember it. And some limited combat capabilities. Yeah, those. You mean those seven games I pointed out? Each one of those has that pick up and play. Well, apart from the ones that I didn't finish, I suppose. Like, I really want to get back to Crosscode sometime. That game is just so lovely. Great characterization, story-wise, really intriguing. But again, that's just one game where I let go of it for a bit. A couple of weeks, I get back to it, and I'm just completely lost on where I went, what I did, and how to actually play the damn thing. Yeah, Freedom Planet, awesome game. And yeah, Crystal Project, just such a... yeah, just such a strange thing, because so many people seem to love Final Fantasy V, and no one ever brings that one up. And it's just really a cool concept. It's just like Final Fantasy V on steroids. Yeah, Lamazine, thank you so much for watching all those years, and it's great to have you. I love doing these streams now. It's really fun. It's allowing me to actually, you know, get more content out in a more relaxing way. Because videos, as much as I love to do that, it does have its issues with it, and this is a way that I actually found that works really well for me so far. So I love to do it, and yeah, I love the interaction as well. So thank you so much for joining us. And Ed is man, it's long loading. Lizzo is already fast asleep again. I think he's enjoying these streams too, because he's getting quite a few treats this way. And by the way, Lamazine, if you are hungering for more, I do like the Sundays. I do more of like this kind of, you know, checking different games out, and on the Wednesday I intend to do more of, you know, where we actually play through games. Currently we are playing through The Seventh Guest, which so far actually works decently well, but the tough puzzles are yet to come. So I'll be stumped on Wednesday, I'm pretty sure. And hopefully I can get then some suggestions through other games to just, you know, play as we go. I want to just focus on playing more games, just playing through them, and just getting through the backlog. Too many games that just are left unfinished, and it's just about time to have a go at it. And you know, Sundays are more for just checking out different kind of games and see what's fun, see what's not so fun. And in this case, I thought we were playing a game. See how impatient I am? And in this case, just seeing what tapes actually still work, and maybe we can extend that to at some point to the diskettes. For example, Amiga, and also have some Atari 8-bit and ST stuff we can check out. And yeah, Izzy, I'm actually streaming to both Twitch and YouTube, and that seems to work quite well. Don't tell me it crashed on the final. Oh, I just need to. Whoa, 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 whoa! Can I kill him? I think it's just better to. Yeah, I remember now. The jumping is what killed me the most, I think. There must be a weapon somewhere. And I remember like, whoa! And we dead. That was not the way to go. Let's go down. I remember all the way downstairs here. Yeah, there's the fire, which looks quite impressive. Quite neat. Is this a weapon? Oh wow, pressing down is also... Huh. Okay, so this is how we attack, but how do I find a weapon? Can we make it? We cannot. Into the pits of hell. Or Hades, I suppose, is ancient Greek, isn't it? This looked like something you can pick up, isn't it? It doesn't look like it. Let's try that jump again. Oh, there we go. We made it. Oh, crap. Shadow of the Beast. There's the game that is grueling difficulty. But yeah, where's... Maybe it's spacebar. When in doubt, press space. Hey there, James. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I think this has something to do with time travel, if I remember correctly. So you just go through different time periods. Yeah, I'm just... what's this? Oh, well, we finally found something. Happy New Year to you, James, by the way. How do I... Space? No. Maybe I should have a look in the manual. Because we did pick something up, but how do we actually use it? Because I think that is... I think we actually picked up a shot, but how do you use it? What's this? Health, maybe? Nope, spacebar. Spacebar does something, but dang it. But I don't know what. I mean, I hear that it's doing something. It's kind of weird that the oh, the sprite just missed half the... There, sometimes the sprites just disappear for half. Like that's such an NES thing. Yeah, not going to get that power up or whatever the heck that is. Maybe health? Yeah, I guess I should quickly look in the... because I don't think we will be killing that dude with punches. I should just quickly look in the manual here. He is, he didn't skip leg day, that's for sure. He is a jumper, alright. Where is it? Oh man, I hate these manuals. We are myth. Let's see what we have here. The objects are water bottle, book, pocket watch. Yeah, all things you associate with ancient Greek, isn't it? Gold nuggets, bottle of acid, bottle of medicine. Yeah, but how do we use it? In order to pick it up, you need to put the hero next to the item. And then press spacebar. Okay, so yeah, we did pick it up. The collected item will automatically be added to the hero's inventory and an appropriate icon displayed in the status area. If your attempt to pick up the item is unsuccessful, reposition the hero and try again. So that's basically why I heard something when pressing the spacebar. With a little practice, this maneuver will become easy to accomplish. We're just talking about picking up an item here. Whenever an object or weapon is collected, it becomes the current item the hero is using. No, it wasn't. This is shown by the effect of the icon being displayed in the status area. To change the weapon the hero is using, press the F7 key. This will cycle one at a time through the complete inventory of weapons until the one you want is displayed in the status area. To select object for the hero, use F1 key and follow the same procedure. Okay. I thought I pressed F7. Maybe it wasn't the weapon that we picked up. Let's try this again. And what dropped that thing? I think it was the gargoyle, right? Of course, now the gargoyle doesn't want to show up. Let's just punch the Zombo in the dick. See what he drops. He dropped something. Oh, just a skull, I guess. I think on the top right is our health then. I did notice that our item did not get taken when we actually died, so that's a good sign. But now we get nothing. Yeah, and the lives are to the right to that. Okay, so we've got this space. Why isn't... It's pressing the button and then... Already the menu is just not correct. Like it was saying to press space and then you pick up the item, but it's actually pressing button, the action button, and then pressing to the right or left, just like you are punching. Okay, so F7, let's try this. Doesn't do anything, man. Don't you just hate it? Nope. Yes, perfect. What could happen is that I was reading the instructions for another system, of course. Well, this is C64 for sure. So where is Myth? Huh? I hate these freaking booklets like this. Yeah, usually they just include like instructions for all the different computers. I think this is for me. I am getting this. This is yes, the first thing I see is for Spectrum users. Okay, let's. It's like those big fold out maps, isn't it? Loading game, yeah. Bitte installieren Sie die. That's German. Let's not butcher German too much. Inserita il. That's, I think, Italian. So okay, there is only myth, and then there is. So there's only English. Awesome, playing games on the Commodore 64. Clues, score. Just checking if I can find a place where you just see the controls. Commodore 64 rocks indeed, but the things around it, like the manuals. All right, let's see. Commodore 64 owners. Up, okay. Run right, run left, yeah, forward leap, okay. Fighting movements, there we go. What's this? Oh. New and icon pickup, yeah. Yeah, but this is just for the movement. How do you... for Spectrum and Amstrad owners, we are not. But anyway, yeah, spacebar is to change weapons for the Spectrum. So, you know, that's still different from F7. Why doesn't F7 work? Man. Right. Greater than and less than. Greater than, less than. Which was what? Oh boy, which one was that? Remember. So difficult. Does it even have one? Must have. It must have. Oh, here we are. Just like on a normal keyboard. Duh. Kind of funny because it's written like the greater than and less than, and you just think like you'd see the arrows in front of you, or you don't. You know, you read it. Normally, you see the symbol. That's what you associate it with. It's kind of weird how our brains work like that. Okay, let's try this again. Bye, Gargo. Wait, we actually need the gargoyles for a pickup, right? Would have been just faster to just buy gargoyle. To just press every button on the keyboard, I suppose. Again, thank you so much, guys. Ooh, a sword. No, don't jump! Okay, let's go down here. And now press the... There we go. Look at that. And still doesn't do anything. What? Oh, and then you press space. Why does this need to be so complicated, huh? Yeah, it was written out in words, not in the symbols. So I mean, a bit confused. This seems like a fireball of some kind. And we did. But we got some power-ups now, guys. Now we can take on the I don't know, what's that thing? Oh no. Let's see, how does this work? It doesn't. Okay. Ah, there we go. Yeah, that looks good. Take that. Wow, that is powerful. I'm just gonna snipe him from the side here. No? Oh, he's already dead. Bye, sucker. Oh. Now what do we do? Wait, what? Excuse me? Where'd the floor go? And we are out of juice apparently. But yeah, now we're getting somewhere. Man, that fireball is real powerful compared to the other stuff, I suppose. She's still dead? Yeah. Okay, we need to manual, I guess. Now what are we supposed to do? Let's just explore some more, I guess. There was that one object we saw at the depths here. Maybe that can do something now? I don't know. It's health. It does control well, I must say. No, it just looks like a campfire, I guess. Ooh, but those jumps are a bit harrowing, or how do you call it? But yeah, this we're not making that. Man, where do you actually go once you beat the whatever is the thing is? Like a griffin or something? Let's fight him and actually have maybe the game kind of crapped out because he was kind of dead off screen. I doubt it, but you know, it's worth a try. Does your health also regenerate? Kind of looked like it. Can't do anything with this, right? Nope. No, health is not regenerating. It's actually the opposite. It's slowly ticking down. I guess only gargoyles give items because these fools only drop the skulls. Oh yeah, we have the fireball. Why am I... Good call, man. Good call. And I didn't even notice. And we did. And now we are out of weapon. But that thing was still dead. How is that possible? Did we bug out the game? Let's just restart it and see if we can make him appear again. We don't even have a fist now. What? Oh, we didn't have a fist in general, I guess. Okay, so we dead. Yeah, you do start with a fist. When did the fist disappear? Come on, you green goblin. I barely made it. Oh, you can also kick. How do you kick? Huh. Oh, you can also do a jump kick. Oh, okay. So keeping the button pressed down and then using the different directional buttons actually makes the different moves come out. Huh. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's bugs or I just don't know how to play it properly, which can be the case as well. It's never a game I don't remember getting far into it, so you know. Guess I was running into these same issues as well. Let's just sort this thing. Oh no, we're not. Into the pit with you, fool. And we ran out of time. I seem to remember that the Conan game on the NES was they really messed up the controls, I think. And you know, just because they tied Conan to it, people expected a bit of a different experience. Like, look, the thing is still gone. Yeah, we kind of bugged out the game, I think. That's unfortunate. But yeah, just giving Conan a magic ball. I'm not like a big Conan fan. I don't know too much about Conan, but I'm pretty sure that he would never use a fireball. And yeah, that piece of floor there is not working correctly. Yeah, I think we bugged out the game here in killing the boss off screen. That's unfortunate. Man, it's one of those days, isn't it? Oh well. One more cassette from this. Ruston. Another game I am very poor at. I must say. Now it's all its problem. How do you fold this freaking thing back up? Yeah, it's not correct. Well, screw it. It was like this when I came here. Oh, sorry, Lisa. Final tape. But this one has two games actually. One on side 1 and side B. Yeah, Stouff really did a number on this stream. Let's play on tape, not on my actual keyboard. That doesn't help. At least there is one more game that's really cool that's coming up. The other one, I don't remember too well either. It's another adventure kind of game. But I think, if I remember correctly, a bit more accessible than Vendetta. Conan really added that in when it came to games anyway. Or did he have a MMO now? Wait, this is Vendetta. This is the wrong tape. Damn it. Hey there, Randy. Happy New Year to you. Hope you had a great night and evening. This is the one. And let's change up my... There we go. Found an issue. Let's hope that it... No, it doesn't. Why would it? It's really one of those days, isn't it? Oh, did I not... What's kind of far? Let's just do a little back and forth magic here. Oh wait, maybe we should do the same thing again, huh? I'm like a trash can. You stand on my feet and I open up and you can just shovel everything inside. It's kind of annoying. I can't eat that much anymore. But I tend to love all the food. There's very few things that I don't like. What's a disgusting thing called in English? Chicory? Don't like that. I'm not a big fan of mushrooms. And that's mostly a texture thing actually. Same with liver. Don't like liver. Nothing to do with the taste, just the texture doesn't. Yeah. Expected the other game, but we'll take this. We'll take Tusker. No problem. Still want to try and do more of those tasting videos, but deciding on maybe doing it in a different setup. But yeah, got a bag of seaweed chips laying around here that needs tasting. Kind of curious what that's like. Not expecting too much of it. I love onions. I love like baked onions. Yeah, I don't think there's any state onions I don't like. I love onions. Even sometimes, like not I wouldn't eat like right into an apple, but I do sometimes like in my salad do like some raw onions as well. Like have that in there. Yeah, mushrooms. It also kind of depends on the type of mushrooms, but it's one of the few foods that I actually really dislike. Apart from chicory, is the one vegetable that I just cannot stand. So I don't tend to do good with bitter stuff, which is kind of weird because I do love sour stuff. And also some kind of spicy stuff. But you know, I'm not a person you want to really ask for advice on good culinary advice, because I even mess up noodles. Like I don't like those overcooked noodles, so how I basically make instant noodles is just pour in a bit of water so they still remain a bit crunchy, and then load them with extra spices, because that one set shit is never enough for me. So I just put in some more cayenne peppers and such, and chili peppers and some ginger, and yeah. Basically I don't know how to properly eat anything. But yeah, that's it's one of the things I miss the most. I just can't eat as much, especially like vegetables and stuff. The more fibers in something, the more issues I have with that stuff, and it's problematic. So, funnily enough, like the stuff that's actually bad for you gives me less issues. Like the already mentioned oliebollen, which was basically my dinner for tonight, just some leftover oliebollen, which are a Dutch thing, like oil balls. It's basically donuts in a ball form, but less sweet, but very fatty dough balls, very heavy. And they are very traditional with New Year's Eve. Yeah, that's the same kind of thing when with Crosley, and just use a bit of milk with Crosley. It's a good example as well. You know, I do like me some crunch. I think onions in general is like, it's something that's best paired with other stuff, not on its own as, you know, the prime thing. But I do love the taste of onions. Like, you can really, it really makes a difference if a dish does have onion or not. Yeah, appelflappen, lovely, awesome stuff. Had a few of those as well. Super sweet, super great. It's never a surprise that 1st of January everyone needs to have their New Year's resolution to watch their weight, because they loaded up on some oliebollen and appelflappen. The ones I love the most are actually the Berliner bollen, which have the yellow pudding in there. Yeah, ramen is always a good staple, isn't it? Always a good. Actually, I don't have any anymore. Need to stock up again. I'm thinking actually that sometime I want to make a video, and I've never tried this myself because I don't have the need to. But I actually want to try out to make some stroopwafels because that's the one Dutch food people seem to recognize, and you know, it would be nice to, you know, kind of fun to experiment in how to actually make those yourself, because it is possible, I think. Just yeah, yeah, probably you know, it's all syrupy, so I'm already imagine the cleanup that's required afterwards from all the stickiness. But yeah, that's one thing I'm thinking of. Maybe also some Berliner balls, because those I can actually make, I know. Same with oliebollen. I mean, those aren't really hard to make. And they are delicious, but your kitchen smells for a week afterwards. It's kind of... It's one of those things that you make them, and after you're done making them, you don't feel like having any anymore because of just the smell alone. Oh, we just going to start right off, are we? So yeah, this is also a I think kind of an adventure game, and one that might actually be more interesting. This is again one where you press the button and then you do your punch and kicks. Seems like a thing that a lot of these games do, and will come in handy in just another game as well. Kesha, are you on the road right now? Sounds like it. Yeah, we want to avoid those things, I'm pretty sure. Whirlwinds are bad news. And let's kill the Arabs here, I suppose. Wow, that's really killing him. Holy crap. Is this something? No, nothing. Of course, as per usual, I have no clue where we're going or what we're actually doing. We're just going to the left and the right, I guess. Because it's been ages since I played this one. Yeah, it does have some Indiana Jones vibes. How do I... Oh, space? This looks like something we can use, right? Oh, there we go. We picked up a... I don't know what it is, a can? Now it only took 2 hits. Why was it taking so long before? And the red bar is probably our health, which is bad news. Are you far from home then, Cashier? Oh boy. Yeah, we dead. We dead. Oh, no we aren't. Is that a cave? Can we go into the cave? We can. Ooh, that doesn't look safe. Yeah, there's not much. I can't go further to the left. Okay. Yeah, there's not much blood left here. I'm pretty sure going upwards here will end us, won't it? Let's yeah, it was kind of expected. Well, good chance to try out if Mr. Jones here can swim. I guess he can. Yeah, let's not do that. Is there something we can do? Because now we got the canister. Let's see. No, it's not the same button to change. What the heck is even that? I don't know. And respawning enemies, of course. Come here, you. Yeah, it's as they say, the grass is always greener on the other side. But yeah, I get that, man. It's always great to get some things that, you know, are less accessible in the area. I'm actually not sure how the pandemic has we dead. Yeah, it's like everyone forgot about it here. They just eh. There's nothing we can pick up here. And I'm not sure how much effect it had on the culinary capabilities of the ooh, that's a gun. That sounds like a good idea. Honestly, I don't order out that much anyway, so don't really have a frame of reference. Oh right, now we have a gun. You can't go down here, can you? No. Just looks like it. Looks so inviting. Let's avoid the whirlwinds. I'm pretty sure they are immune to gunfire. I mean, I was one of the lucky few that barely had any effect of the pandemic anyway, so, you know, I'm complaining there. This was such a ordeal, so I can kind of imagine that everyone just wants to kind of act like nothing ever happened. This is bad, I can't get out. And just, you know, get back to normal as fast as possible. Are those whirlwinds like instant death? Because couldn't really move. Looks like you can get in here, but doesn't seem so. So we've got a compass and... Can we shoot the crocodile? I guess not. Can we shoot these dudes? No, you can only shoot to the left and the right. Okay, we stuck again? Okay, so F1 cycles the items, but I have no clue which... This looks like poison. Oh crap, what did I do? Oh, F7 is cycling the weapons. So now F7 works. Maybe I just read the wrong instructions. I don't know if there's a European plan. I tend to steer away as much from politics as possible because it's very depressing. Yeah, it's a shame that that quality did go down then. Like a lot of businesses did get hit really hard through the pandemic in general. You know, customer going down and costs going up. Also, you know, especially now, past year. Yeah, it's no problem. I mean, I've no problem discussing the stuff. It's just you know, things that there's never going to be like a right answer in that regard. And people get offended so easily nowadays, which is a shame. Because you can't really have a clear discussion nowadays without someone getting really, really pissed off. I guess we just need to go outside again. We die. We die. I haven't noticed quality going down, but the prices went up. And yeah, I can imagine that quality would go down if... I mean, we are kind of lucky here in the Netherlands with a lot of... what do you call it? From the government, where there is some infusion into the markets. Not all everywhere they had this luxury, and if you're just you know, you need to fend for yourself, it can be hard to keep and the quality up and just stay in business in general. Let's move on to the final game of this collection. Yeah, we do like to complain a lot, we Dutchies, but we don't have it that bad. Izzy, that is a very, very good way to think about it. Yeah, there was a lot of inspiration in Indiana Jones there for sure. Yeah, we what are we? Second biggest export country of the world for at least for now we are. when it comes to food. So yeah, we're pretty good on food and stuff. You know, it's also that's not the game we're playing. Um, what you say is, you know, it's very healthy to just take your distance from all the problems in the world because of the way that we are getting information nowadays. It's just too much, you know. It's sensory overload, and if you start to get worried about everything that is wrong in the world, you will get a very, very, very difficult life. You will not be happy because, yeah, you can't save it all. So sometimes, you know, it's good to just say, you know what, I'm just going to ignore this problem for now because there's nothing I can do about it. Which doesn't mean that you say you don't care about it. It's just that you say, I'm just going to distance myself from that. And yeah, no, that can be a healthy, conscious decision to just not get involved. And with being involved, I mean like on a mental level, not necessarily like physically. But yeah, it can be difficult at times, you know. So many. Um, and yeah, that's another problem, you know. Bad news is the news that sells, isn't it? Like good news, that's not that doesn't sell newspapers. It's a sensational bad things that happen. But luckily, we also have video games to distract us from all the crap that's out there. I bumped the Commodore 64. I hope that's okay. Yeah, yeah. To me too, Lamazine. I love good news. I love hearing about good new things that are happening in the world and good successes of people. But the unfortunate thing is that we have a stronger reaction to bad things. So, you know, things like sadness and anger, they are easier to monetize than happiness and pride and that those kind of things. It's, you know, an unfortunate thing from of the human psyche, and it's so easy to manipulate us in that regard. And it's not necessarily great if you start to see that stuff because it's just kind of depressing how much you are manipulated on a daily basis. Just in the supermarket alone, you know how they place the things. And yeah, Izzy, that's the thing. Then I think that that's most important. You know, have a good idea of your own situation, as good or bad as it may be, and do what you can within that. And also, it's okay to work on your own situation to better that. Like, you know, one of those examples is like if I have a bicycle and my neighbor comes over and he says, "Ah, man, my car broke down. Can I borrow your bicycle?" And it's the only bicycle I have. I can give it to him and I give him a great day, but then I can't get to work. So it's good in that sense that then I say, "For no, I'm sorry, but I can't give it." Now, if I have two bicycles, then it would be, you know, a bit mean to the neighbor. But if it's the only one I have, sometimes being a bit egotistical, as they say, egocentric, is a healthy thing to have. Anyway, we are going to play some KI Plus, which is an awesome thing. Yeah, I think actually that's a problem in general. Like there can't be a middle in a lot of things anymore, and that's a bit of a shame. I only scored 1 point. And with everything, you know, balance is key. You can't be a total nihilist. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's you know, those kind of successes of kindness. Those are the awesome stories we need to hear more about. You know, the small things. Well, that went well. We got bald. I never have an idea how to properly control this stuff, which is unfortunate. I think it's supposed to with wow, red really wrecked us there. I should just take some time and try some different moves here. It has to do with, you know, pressing the button down and then the controller direction you point in. Let's see. Yeah, this was a impressive game in general. Although, you know, the first game was probably more groundbreaking. This is kind of the sequel, sort of, which just adds a dude. Hey, buddy. Yeah, and well, we can only learn from our experience and see what we want to do differently another time. But there is never really a right or wrong. I think, at least. Like, it all depends so much on intentions, doesn't it? Which it's also something that oftentimes gets forgotten. Grizo. Sorry about that. Grizo decided to put himself down. I'm much the same way as he. You know, I'm very dependent on other people nowadays, unfortunately. And I'm glad that that system does exist. But I don't expect, like, I don't expect people to need to help me. I don't know how he does it, because it's a shortcut where you have to press control and a number. And he is lying on the number pad, but he must also be lying on the controller, control key on the right side, I guess. Yeah, I guess with the keyboard you have a bit more control over what you're actually doing, because I find it very difficult. Let's just do what I usually do with fighting games. Spam the buttons. There we go, right in his face. Man, it's hard to get in the center. Like the top and the bottom, that's easy, but the center, that's difficult. And you can't practice that, of course. I had the same thing, Izzy. It took me, you know, I'm still not there, but it took me so long to actually, you know, get to grips with just your situation that Well, is this it? uh, is there not much more in the can, as we say? Am I so dependent on others now? But you know, it is what it is, and unfortunately, we don't have much of a say in our lot in lives. And it took me a while to, you know, just enjoy my days again. Let's try that. Yeah, I got it once there. The issue is this controller is also not very precise. So it's kind of hard to make any specific directions. And that's why I'm actually really glad that I started this streaming and such, you know, it gives me something to have again. Because I've been, well, oh yeah, you got that silly jump as well, where you kick them both. It's pretty cool. Yeah, this pretended, I don't remember it being so difficult to control, but I think this just has to do with this joystick. Maybe I should try out the other one. Although, you know, probably it's just me really sucking. I do remember playing this game a lot. There we go. I think there's also another mini game. I don't remember too well, but dang. Thank you. Yeah, I do tend to ramble a lot. That's the one thing that at least I didn't lose. And it's kind of cool because, well, I did lose it at some point. At some point, I couldn't even talk. So you know, it's good that it's kind of coming back. I do lose my train of thoughts now and then, but it's so much better than it was like 3 years ago, where there was nothing coming out of me. So you know, it's it's good that I can ramble on again, I suppose. I think the most, I think I could actually make it a few belts in this game. I said that I was going to. Yeah. Here in the Netherlands, it's very easy to. It's very easy to no, very hard to have to live on the street. I mean, it's possible. Some people do. And, you know, through unfortunate circumstances, but we have a very solid social how do you call that? Like, I have no money worries. I have people helping me out with cleaning and such. It's all really a real smooth working system. I must say, sometimes you do feel real guilty because of that, because you know, you give so little back in comparison. That's what you're used to. But at the same time, I'm of course very glad that it is there, because you know, this way I can still have a very comfortable life. If I would have lived like a couple of 100 years ago, I would have no chance, basically. And that's oftentimes a very important part, is he just, you know, admitting that, hey, something is up. Something... Can it always be solved? No, unfortunately not. Some things cannot. But some things you can learn to live with. Like, I'm still so amazed. Like, I've met so many people who went from a perfect life, or, you know, basically perfect. They had everything, basically. And then they got into the blind world because they had an accident, for example. Or they were met with cancer, and how they recovered from that and still built something up from nothing, basically. You know, they had to relearn basic living. I know a guy who got blind because he got the flu. As stupid as it sounds, he was a swimming teacher, and he got the flu, and somehow that affected his eye nerve, and he got totally blind. He had to relearn basically how he had to, you know, live his life, because everything changes. For me, like, my sight is my least bit of a problem, because I'm born this way. I don't know any better. But it's super amazing how malleable people are, how much you can actually adjust to a new situation. There, I did a thing. But, you know, having to do that, you do require a lot of... in order to adjust, you need to really accept first. And that is often the difficult part. Oh, are you guys ganging up on me? Kind of funny, because this game also has a two-player option where you can kind of gang up on the CPU, but you still end up messing each other's up. Yeah. Once you start to accept things, then smaller problems seem to really seem kind of ridiculous at times, you know. At least, you know, when I hear... When you started accepting some bigger issues, then when you hear someone complaining about not being able to go on vacation, on holiday, because of a pandemic, you're kind of like, huh. That seems like a low priority. He puts things more easily in perspective. In that sense, you know, having something where you go through such acceptance is kind of a big... It can be kind of a big gift, you know, having to go through that process. It makes you... It really does make you stronger, I think, in a lot of ways. And yeah, CP, that is a terrible thing to have to live with, man. I want to at least get the yellow belt at some point. Come on. Yeah, family issues I luckily don't know too much about. Another one of those blessings, I suppose. I have a very small family. Basically, I only see my parents nowadays and nothing else. Not much of is left of it anyway. So I'm kind of lucky there. Also no awkward big family dinners and such. Lizo, what are you doing? Ah, the green ball got us. Did not want to do that. It's still, you know, the different joystick didn't change too much for me, unfortunately. Kinda expected as such. That's a shame, man. Is that a sudden thing, or, you know, did that happen all of a sudden? Like, did something shift quickly in the family? Oh, easy. I had the same experiences where you went for a job and you go to the organizations that are supposed to help you, and they're... It's so annoying because you come somewhere and you have studied something, you paid for that yourself, and they basically tell you, nah, you can't do that because of your disability. Like, what? How about give me a chance? Oh, that's kind of a weird pose, like, so we're free. Man, that red dude, he is on a roll. Yeah, the world is not fair. It's not equal. We can only, you know, do our thing to do our part where we can. In the you know, in the context that we have. So I personally got a lot out of volunteers work for a long while. Yeah, yeah, they. I guess the first game is kind of fairer that way, right? Because there is just 1 versus 1. But yeah, you know, there was a point where I get so frustrated with not finding, not being able to even be allowed a chance to see what I was capable of. Then I just said, you know, screw it, I'm just gonna do volunteers work. And that was a good decision back then. Really glad I did. Like, I just kick him in the back. Luckily, there's no honor system in this game. Wow, they looked half capable there. It was but a fluke. No, don't turn around, man. I wanted to do the jump kick, but he did the headbutt. It's also kind of awkward that some of the things are like when you press the joystick to the right, some to the top, and some to the top right. Oh, wow! I was for a moment hoping that the yellow ball was coming right on top of our. Yeah, hi there, Randy. Great to see you. Have a happy new year still. There you go, you red bastard. Oh, I went right through his face. Yeah. There is no honor system here for sure. Holy crap. Again, the red one. That red one is really dangerous. No. Yeah, we are not winning here. Nope. Yeah, that happens, Izzy. Yeah. Just take the great experiences that you can find wherever you can. I mean, I have some great experiences. The one with the flashlight, you mean? Never played this game on the Amiga. Only ever played the Commodore 64 version, which, you know, I do love. But yeah, the want to do another Famiclone system soon as well. Been sitting on that one as well. Haven't had the energy to really work that one in. Actually, have two more. But the first one should be the game station. But yeah, it doesn't have a flashlight, so you know, what can it do? And I think after this game we will be closing it off, and I should get Rizo's ball in just a moment to give him some milk, because he always needs his milk, but I can also do that after the stream, I suppose. But I wanted to actually get a yellow belt here, but it doesn't seem to be in the cards here. I'm not too practiced. Oh wow, the Pentium 90, that's already pretty like that was mid 90s then, right? Yeah, I started on the 64 and we got a 486, which my mother somehow scored through work, and it was only mild gaming on that because well, you know, video games destroy computers, don't they? So I wasn't allowed to do too much on it. But luckily we had computers on school, so I played a lot of DOS games through that. Because what else do you do in school? It's the important stuff, isn't it? Ah, oh, come on. Totally had that. And the Amiga I also completely missed out of. Although, well, completely. I did, like, play some of it, but only at friends. So, you know, very limited. Same for the Atari ST. And the 8-bit system I completely missed. It's only something that I got later on. All the Atari systems, actually. Because, like, Atari back in the day was really a brand that yeah, it does. Well, it did just a bit. Seems very finicky. Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. I just keep pressing the button too much. And we lost again. We did get the yellow belt. We did get the yellow belt. Man, I set a goal and we do it. Let's go for the black belt. No, let's not. Yeah, it's a fun game. Really historically great. And Yeah, I think that's true. Um, like as you say, Lamazine, the sound effects and the music playing together, it's really iconic to me as well. This version in just sounding. I mean, I've seen the Amiga version. I never played it, but it this to me also sounds good. Um, Also, not sure about the other versions, but I do respect how amount of clouds this scene has, which is really kind of ridiculous. I think if you let it play, you actually get like 6 dudes doing a demo. Um, which I was actually hoping it would do uh, after the scene. You know, you got the yellow and the green dude joining the fray, and I was always like, yeah, I want to be the yellow dude, but you can't. You can only be the white dude, I think. I think this also has a couple of fun little cheats and Easter eggs. I don't remember them, but I seem to remember a video where they were showcasing this, which is pretty cool. Also, you know, now that I look at it, kind of enjoy that sun reflection in the water as well. The game really does a lot, also with the shadows. Yeah, you can drop your pants. That's one of those indeed. Yeah, just a lovely game, and a very good note to end on, I think, on this day where we started out pretty rough with a lot of mishaps. But oh well, them's the days sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't go as planned. Oh well, basically there is no plan. We're testing tapes, and that's exactly what we did. We just found a bad one, unfortunately. Which is a shame, because Rick Dangerous is one of my favorites. Anyway, yeah, let's add some music here. This was a fun stream regardless. Really glad that you guys were here. And wow, the chat thing actually still works on this screen as well. Didn't notice before. And yeah, thank you very much once more for joining me. Wednesday we will check out some more 7 guests and face off against Stouff, hopefully. And next Sunday we will try to play some more Commodore 64. But yeah, because there's some more games we have to test here. So for now, thank you so much for watching once again and joining me and just having this conversation. I need some sleep, so I'm going to do that right now. And I hope you guys are well as well. Enjoy your, well, if you still have some holidays left, enjoy those. And until next time, take care. Bye bye for now. The muzzle.